Hello, Shawnna. This is Alyssa with Patriot Marketing. I had reached out to you earlier today and gotten a hold of you, and I promised this free custom video. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I just wanted to really provide you some value and give you a couple of tips and tricks to really just maximize the amount of business and traffic you'd be getting online. And so with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I noticed that I couldn't find a website for you. I only found your Facebook page. And so with that said, I guess that would be my first tip for you, would be to really just to have a website with a lot of content and keywords. And content is literally anything, whether it be, text or images, anything that I can highlight like that. That would count as content. And actually, I have I'm using your competitor's website so that you can see what I'm talking about as we go along. Since you don't have a website, I'm going to be using theirs as an example. But anyways, with that said, you want a lot of content because you want to rank for a lot of different keywords. Keywords, for example, Spokane Life Coach. You could rank for things like that. All of these are a lot of these are life coach keywords, things that you're not ranking for because you don't have a website containing that content and keywords on there. So when people search for something like Spokane Life Coach, they aren't able to find you because you don't have a website and you don't have those keywords to just pull you up under their search, unfortunately. And it's really important to put yourself in a position to be found. And how you would do that would be by having a website with a lot of content containing the keywords you want and need to be found for. And the reason why content and keywords is super crucial for a website to rank is because when Google crawls your website, they not only see that you have that content, but you also have the keyword verbatim within your content, and it allows you to rank faster and more efficiently. Because Google believes the more content you have on your website, the more likely you are to be an expert in your field. At the end of the day, their whole goal is that whoever is searching on their platform gets the information that they need, that they're looking for. So if somebody was looking for a life coach, Spokane, Washington, the people who they deem to be more of an expert in that field, aka has more content on their website, is going to rank first because, Google wants the people searching to get what they're looking for. So even if the people with not as much content on their website is more of an expert in that field or does better work, they are not going to rank as high because, unfortunately, Google, that's just how they view people to be more of an expert in their field. And it's unfortunate, but that is how it is, unfortunately. So the long story short, the more content you have on a website, the more likely you are to be found because Google wants whoever is searching on their platform to find what they need quickly and efficiently. So that would be my first tip for you, would be to have a website with a lot of content and a lot of keywords to be found. My second tip for you would be to expand upon this Google Business Profile. I don't think you have one, as when I searched for you under Google Business Profiles, it came up with stuff across the country. And you're in Spokane, Washington, not over here. So that would be my next tip for you, to have a Google Business Profile would be, really maximizing the amount of traffic and business you'd be getting from that. And what I mean by that is when people search for any given keyword, there's a lot of ways in which people can convert over as a client. So when you have a Google Business Profile, you can get things like, this is not your field of work, not the area that you are in. However, it contains the things that I want to go over and I want you to see what they look like. You have the local ads at the top. These capture the people who click on the very first thing that they see. They are also Google guaranteed up to a certain dollar amount. So if something happens or goes wrong, the people using the Google ads trust that Google will make it right monetarily. Also, as you can see, when I hover my mouse over these local ads, there is a phone number that drops down. That's the company's phone number. And when somebody clicks on that, and is already taking time out of their day to call you, they are more likely to convert over as a client. So these have a high conversion rate. The Google ads just below them, they themselves don't have as high of a conversion rate, unfortunately. But because of their position being under the local ads, they put you in a position to be seen by a lot of different people. They're also a lot cheaper as well. I'm going to go back over here because everything else I'm going to cover Google-wise, is covered on this tab. So, with the Google Map Pack here, the people who search this way, they are looking for a company that is local and in the area. I am one of these people. I also want to see how far I have to drive to reach that company. That's just how I am. But this can pull up to 40% of the traffic coming in on a keyword. That's almost guaranteed to them. So if we saw, for example, we had a keyword with a search volume of 300 per month, you're looking at 120 going straight to these competitors here. And that's a good chunk of those, of that traffic just gone and gobbled up by that Google Map Pack. So that is something that you can get so that way you're listed here and you're getting that traffic. The rest of that 60% is filtered throughout this page on Google. And that's where ranking organically comes in. That particular concept is, pretty simple. The higher you're ranking in Google, the more traffic and business you'll be getting from your website. So these people up here are doing way better than the ones down here. And people rarely go to the second page of Google. So it's important to know that you're ranking high enough in order to be seen on that first page so you get that traffic and business. So then that's where the third and final tip comes in. So when you have your website, this is what you would do when you have a website. But I'm gonna, when you have your website, you do want to build up the strength of it in order to rank organically. You have to. And I have your competitors pulled up here. This is their website, as we already saw, but I have them pulled up in this tool called Ahrefs that shows where they're at in their online presence. So, with that said, in order to build that strength of the website, you need to add backlinks and referring domains. Backlinks, unfortunately, are not all created equal. You have good quality ones and poor quality ones. I have this listed from highest quality backlink to lowest quality. So their highest quality backlink is 33, definitely reachable. You could have higher quality than that. I've seen stuff in the 50s before. And if we go to the last page, they have a lot of zeros. So if I was doing this video for them, I would suggest that they replace these zeros with better quality backlinks so that they can rank better. But these aren't doing anything for them. It's a waste of time and money, these are. So it would be best to get rid of them so that you can rank better and replace them with better quality backlinks. So referring domains, the best way to describe what that is, say you provided some services for somebody and they decided to blog about the services you provided them and they have a link back to your website. That would count as a referring domain. Now, referring domains can have a lot of power, some more than others, as you can see. The higher this number is, the more powerful it is and the more trusted by Google it is. So it does allow you to rank faster, because Google sees, they're trusted. They have these referring domains that are trusted on there, and so they will rank you better. They're definitely reachable. I've seen stuff in the 90s, so it looks like 69 is the high, or 76 is the highest that I'm seeing for their power when it comes, or trust in Google for their referring domains. You want a lot of referring domains with these high trust numbers for Google, because the more power you have, the higher these numbers are going to be. And generally you want as high of a number as possible and at a 1-to-1 ratio. They are not at a 1-to-1 ratio. UR is 33, DR is 3. Generally with life coaches, we want to see them in the 20s, 30s, 40s range. And at a 1-to-1 ratio, they're in the 30s range, but not at a 1-to-1 ratio, clearly, with DR. They have 1.53 thousand backlinks, 132 referring domains, and as we saw, not all of their backlinks were high quality, so you could easily beat them out. And their referring domains, they don't, they're easily beatable in that. They're only ranking for one organic keyword, and this is where the organic keywords come into play so drastically. If we take a look at their organic keywords, they're only ranking for how to become a life coach in Washington State. This is an example of what not to do. You want to rank for service keywords. So life coach, counseling, things like that, things like that are things that you want to rank for, and include the area that you serve. Because you don't want a national keyword and then somebody from Seattle comes looking in and they pass through your website, but they don't convert over as a client because they're from a different area and are going to go with somebody from their area most likely. So that would count as irrelevant traffic. So you want to not rank for your name either necessarily. You will, because that's your company name. But you want more of the services that you provide, so that way you can gain more traffic and business to your website. Because when people are searching, they're not looking for your name. They don't know your name yet. So they're looking for the services that you offer. So you want a lot of service keywords and not national keywords. So you want a more narrowed audience. So that way your conversion rate goes up. There's a lot that you can do to really bump yourself up in your online presence. Without a website, you're really limiting yourself as to how much business you're getting from that and how much, traffic you're getting at all, because people aren't able to find you when they search for the services that you offer. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, feel free to reach out to my husband or I. We would love to get in touch with you and help you out in any way that we can. With that, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, Shawnna, and God bless.